So, good morning, sir. Let me start off by saying that we often dream and we often aspire good things. And as a student, one of our dreams and one of our goals is to graduate from college. But as we all know, that is not an easy path to take. We have to face a lot of struggles along the way, and that is one of that is to obtain good academic performance through achieving good grades. And thus, I, Andre Dayan S. Domingo, together with my co-researchers Patricia May Diaz and Jude Renzon Dakigan, present our study entitled Chasing Dreams, a comparative study on academic performance between Davao City and provincial students. So first, the importance of the study, or why did we conduct our study? It has three reasons, and the first and the main reason why did we conduct our study is, first, two of the researchers are not from the city. I myself am not from the city. I came from Digos, and Miss Patricia Diaz came from Mati City, while Mr. Jude Dakigan came from here in Davao City. And that brought about the motivation to further know, or to know the underlying truth or the misconception behind home address as a factor in achieving good academic performance. Next is it provides insights through the comparison of independent and dependent variable, which will be shown later on our conceptual framework. And last, it leads us to better understand students and to promote anti-discrimination to students, because later on the latter part of our presentation, it shows that there is no significant difference between the home address and the academic performance, and thus it promotes anti-discrimination to students. So next is our conceptual framework. So the first box over here is our independent variable, which is it contains only one independent variable and one dependent variable. In independent variable, it has two categories: Davao City, province, and other cities, which includes other cities and other provinces within Mindanao. Next is academic performance. It is shown in our research study as the lowest numerical grade for major last midterm. Next, so the statement of the problem is the context of a research study. It generates questions which research aim to answer, and thus it is the focal point of our research study. So first statement of the problem is, what is the profile of the respondents? And second is there any significant difference between the address and the academic performance of the students?
So in the hypothesis, it shows that there is no variable between variation between the variables. So our new hypothesis is there is no significant difference between the address and academic performance of students. And the methods, it includes how we gather the systematic way. So in the total of participants we have is 365. We have 181 in the SBG, 68 in C, 37 UMLETs, 6 in CS, 20 in SOE, and 24 in SON, 29 in SAS, total of 365 participants. So we use a digital survey questionnaire through Google form, and a systematic random sampling which includes a 5 interval before we ask another again. Then and in the demographics and profile, it includes the sex, gender, home address, and also age. Then the lowest numerical grade for the major subject for the midterm is their basis in their academic performance.
So in the next slide, I will be presenting the research design. So research design is defined as a framework of methods and techniques chosen by a researcher to combine various components of research in a responsibly logical manner so that the researcher's problem is efficiently handled. It provides insights about how to conduct research using a particular methodology. So as you can see here, the research design, our study used a comparative design, and the normality testing used the Kolmogorov Smirnov. So as you can see here, the results by the table to test of normality. Both the within Davao City and other provinces have a Kolmogorov Smirnov difference of less than 0.05. So it does not follow a normal distribution. So another thing that we need to consider is the homogeneity of variance using the Leibniz test. So here in our study, the P is greater than 0.05, but since the Kolmogorov-Smirnov difference is already less than 0.05, hence the researcher used the man-within-U test to examine the null hypothesis. So next is the results. So the data were analyzed using the statistical packages for social sciences version or SPSS version 21. So the cross-tabulation for the academic performances can be seen here. So as you can see, both the respondents were equally distributed. 48.77% from Davao City, 51.23% from other provinces. So the students' academic performance are assessed using the median grade, 80%, which is the lowest numerical grade for major. So the researchers use the man-within-U test since it violates the assumptions of normality. So to test the significant difference of this median, here are the results. The symptotic significance is 0.795, which is greater than 0.05. These results shows that the researchers failed to reject the null hypothesis, which means that there is no significant difference in the academic performance of students from Davao City and other provinces. So from these results, we have concluded. Conclusion are drawn. So first, conclusion are the answers to the statement of the problem. So first, 49.59% of the respondents of study are mostly from the School of Business and Governance. 1.64% of the respondents are from the computer science. And next is the researcher took a sample of 365 respondents. 48.77% of them lived within Davao City, and the rest are from other provinces. So the equal median grade of both the students in Davao City and other provinces prove that there is no difference on the academic performance of Davao City and provincial students. Implications. So first, the home address does not impact students' academic performance. So our study also noticed that with the results of one of our RRL, the Reynolds 2012, our study contradicts to the results of this RRL. So another thing is our study emphasizes the extermination of misconception that those students who are not from Davao City are academically incapacitated since they are more indulged with the pressures in the environment and the many adjustments that results to poor academic performance. Thus, we should always make sure that this study negates the misconception of students' academic performance relating to home address. Instead, focus on the achievement and growth of students in the academy regardless of the home address.
So that concludes our presentation. Sir, now we are ready to answer your questions and accept your comments and recommendations.